Sandy Creek's digital media class is working on a project like no other.
I'm Connor Peters, and I am the director and editor of We Are SC Football, A Season of Change.
My name is Mason Hinrichs. I am the producer of the We Are SC Football documentary.
I'm an associate producer for We Are SC Football.
The whole idea behind this project was originally started last year. I was kind of thinking about doing maybe something bigger. So in the summer of 2022, I actually was out of state for some family things, and Mr. Bohr and Mason and Hudson Devlin all decided to make a group chat, and we were texting back and forth, and we ended up making a Zoom call, and we discussed, kind of some rough drafts about what we were going to do for the documentary. And we came together and said, this thing, no matter what the season goes like, we just need to tell the story. So not only was I a director and editor, all of us had to really pitch in as much as we could, being how there was no budget or anything like that. There was really just 3 of us working on it the whole time because Hudson was on the football team. But doing the videography side of things was a really big step forward in my skill set.
So during our first meeting, we had kind of gotten the initial idea that we should do a documentary over our football team switching to 8-man. We basically finalized it then. And then we had all just started kind of storyboarding the entire idea. Well, what if the season goes great, like it did? And what if the season goes terrible? We're still making the documentary either way to tell the story of Sandy Creek's first year ever being 8-man.
Having Hudson Devlin be a part of 74 Creative as well as the football team was a really big advantage for us because he gave us an insight and things to look out for on the football team, and he would tell us what the mood was like on the field at that moment so we could really capture it, and especially on the editing side of things.
After I would be done with the game, I went to the computer, or I went as a group as everybody, and I talked to Connor and Mason, and I was like, hey, I remember this one moment where it was like super hype, like it was a touchdown or a big hit.
We could really go for what he was telling us the mood was like. So I think as a whole, every member of 74 Creative this year definitely grew their skill set with this documentary, and I feel that everyone is a lot better than they were even 5-6 months ago.
This big project really put into perspective of how to set my standard to a professional level.
Sandy Creek's 74 Creative is pushing students to break their boundaries.